Benjamin Betts. It's all about the Benjamin Betts, baby. You know what's up? Yes, Benjamin Betts, baby. All right, here we are. Week 5, Jared. Benjamin Betts.
We back, baby. We back. Mediocre week, like not a miserable week.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't want to be you people knocking down your door for mortgage payments. But
Can I just say that we're 2-2 on the year on your mortgage bet. So like that's not where we want to be. We need to be at 100% because, like I said, these aren't bets. These are paying your mortgage payment. So I do feel a little bad. I will say on the where was it? Was it Monday night? Where am I at here? I'm lost. Yeah, the Rams 49ers. Was that where was the under? What was our under for the mortgage? Oh no, it was Bears Giants, right? The under on that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not even close.
It was not even close. Definitely nailed that. But then you made the classic mistake. You bet emotionally. You bet emotionally against your team, and you can't do that. Like you can't. You got to stay away from the Seahawks when mortgaging.
Can I ask you a question? And give me your honest answer. If I said, Jared, the Detroit Lions are going to score 45 points, will they win the game? And I said you have to put your house on it, not just the mortgage, but your whole house. You're saying, yeah, they won by 10.
Here's your problem. Here's your problem. In your mind, you somehow made this thing that the Seahawks were worse than the Detroit Lions. That's where you erred. It doesn't matter. If you said Detroit scored 95, you should still probably take the other team. That is the situation of Detroit over the last decade.
Over the decade. But Russ ain't even Russ anymore. But Russ isn't even here. He's not in Seattle. It's Geno. It's different. Detroit actually can put up points, and they did. But, man, how many times was Seattle in, like, 3rd and 15, 3rd and 16, and we ran the ball with Penny, and it'd be like 50-yard touchdown. 60-yard run. And it's just like,
that's what it means to be a Detroit fan right now. If you're a Pistons fan, if you're a Lions fan, you are just that bad.
Wow.
You can't, and I'm starting to wonder personally, I think Seattle knew that Russ was garbage. Like that they had taken everything that they could from him because last night's Thursday night game was hideous.
Yeah.
Like I don't think people deserve to watch that. There were Broncos fans walking out of the game when the Broncos were still winning that game, Corey.
I know.
It's insane.
I know.
It is insane.
Yeah.
It is just it has been ugly football since Monday night.
It has
since
been.
Rams. It's just like I would be mad on being on some of these defenses. I would be furious being on the Denver defense right now, knowing that I did my job really well and Russell Wilson is an old man in a wheelchair that can't do anything.
That's what, and just for everyone's point of reference, so we're recording this on Friday, October 7th. So last night was the Thursday night game. I mean, it was a terrible game. Field goals galore. I noticed they were leaving before that overtime. I do think Indianapolis is going to somewhat get it together. I know they win these games in a weird way. And we always talk about our fantasy teams too. I have Jonathan Taylor, who's been the huge letdown this year. And then he gets hurt. So he can't even play. And then the guy I'm playing had Hines and then he got hurt, which was kind of made it better for me. But yeah, it was a gross game. Russ is done, but I don't think anybody thought Geno Smith could be that much better than Russell Wilson and put up 48 points. So I'm sorry.
I'm picking him up. Talking about my fantasy team, 2 things I'm doing. I'm picking up Geno Smith, number 1.
Yeah.
And number 2, I'm going to keep trash talking Austin Eckler so that he puts up 30 to 40 point games.
Well, can I tell you something? I have Geno Smith. So you were going to have to do a little trade because Kirk Cousins, I don't know, Jared. I think I might have to bench him. But you know who I like on your team? I want that Jets running back.
No, man, I got nobody else.
No, I'll send you a trade.
Okay, send me a trade.
I'll put Gino in
Send
there.
me a trade. Let's get back to making some money for charity.
So, okay, just
recap.
Let's go down. So I'm sorry about the mortgage. I said the Lions would win. Just all they had to do was win the game. That's all they had to do was win the game, and they lost, and I'm so sorry. So I'm now 2-2 in mortgage. You go down. We hit the Vikings game on the game-winning field goal, which felt so good.
Was feeling good. Was feeling great.
I'm going down the list here. I want to, Jared, can you give me like 2 seconds? Like, can you fill some time? Who is the Indy field goal kicker? Indy field goal kicker.
I don't know off the top of my head. But I'll tell you what I do feel good about is, I mean, we knew Jacksonville was going to be a shootout. That wasn't even close.
Yep.
We felt really great about that.
Yeah.
We were so close. I don't know how the Titans-Colts from last week, I know the Colts played last night, didn't go over. They were at 42, and they were probably at 42 points for an entire quarter.
So it was 42.5 was our line.
Right.
We picked the over. It was sat at 41 points for, I think, 4 hours. Like, not that long. But, and I would say half of my reasoning came true. Derrick Henry was a man possessed. They had 20-something points. And in fact, hey, can we bring the producer in here real quick? Can Mike, can you hop in here real fast?
Yes, sir.
You're an avid Titans fan.
I am an avid Titans fan.
They had a good comeback game there, right?
By the way, the phrase "avid Titans fan" just means I hate myself. It is a curse of Oilers / Titans that you're good in the first half and then you leave the stadium for the second half.
Well, doesn't make any sense, man.
No,
doesn't make sense.
No.
Mike, I'm up here. I'm like around the people all the time.
Yeah.
And there's no wind in anybody's sails up here in Nashville.
I would imagine, because when you start getting into the crux of the season, you're going to be in trouble playing this way.
That's true. Well,
and it makes me not want to bet them. That's the other thing too. It just reeks of inconsistency. So I'm looking at the Titans' schedule. It's not terribly difficult, in my opinion.
No, like this week, it's the Commanders.
But when you play to the level of your team and that you're playing, and these lines are so close, it's a coin flip. And I don't like coin flips. That doesn't make us money for charity.
What's the line on this game?
Well, this week it's -2.5 Titans.
Okay.
And that may or may not be something I'm looking at. So we'll talk about it here in a minute.
What's the under-over on it?
That
42.5 again. 40, they just keep dating us with 42.5.
Can I make a case for Carson Wentz? So Carson Wentz will get us the points at the end of the game. Whereas stupid, what is even his name? I'm blanking.
Tannehill?
No, the Indy quarterback, our new guy.
Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan failed us. But you know who failed us more? You know who just let us down? You had the score 24-17. We are at 41 points. The Colts are driving. They're in field goal range. There's like 2 minutes left in the game. They had no business kicking a field goal. What are you going to do? Try to get the onside kick and then score another touchdown to win the game? You go for it on 4th down. So I'm folding clothes in our guest room, trying to be a nice husband, and I'm folding clothes, and I'm just like, nah, I'm not even watching the game anymore. And then they sent the field goal kicking unit out. I'm like, oh, baby, that we are going to freaking cover this game because their coach is stupid. Like, why are you kicking a field goal here? So he must have had the over as well. And then Chase McLaughlin, like a fool, wide left. And they missed the freaking field goal, and we did not cover the points. So...
Oh, it was a 51-yard field goal.
It was
right?
a 51-yard field goal.
It was a longer field goal. I will never take up for the Colts, but I'm just saying that it was a long field goal.
Well, it was like that moment where you're like, we're done. And then there's a glimmer of hope. So you had hope. When Jared and I always talk about hope, you get
just
hope.
One hope. Give me hope.
Just give it a chance.
There was no hope in the Packers game. Watching that game, and we even talked about it. Belichick always shows up. He always keeps it close. But, man, they could not stop the run on New England. Like, it was just gaping holes for these New England running backs. And I don't even know. I think they picked that quarterback up off the street.
They did.
And he was throwing wide open play action passes. Yeah. So we got hosed by the Rams. We got hosed by the Packers. And those were our 3 losses.
But we did win the Bills. We had them money line.
Did win the Bills.
Entertaining
Thankfully,
game.
Lamar and I don't even think that's Lamar's fault. Like, kick the field goal.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing having Lamar throw that ball on 4th down?
Yeah.
Like, just look batty.
Not a good locker room. I would not want to be in that locker room with that defense after that game. That would not be great.
No way.
Cardinals.
Doesn't make any sense.
Easy win by the Cardinals. Not even no sweat there, which was good. And then our Monday nighter, Jared. We had a chance to go 5-2. All the Rams had to do was just win that game. And it just was not, even after the first quarter, it just felt like this isn't going to happen. It was just a gross kind of game.
No.
Niners scored that touchdown. I think Debo was a big touchdown. And then I just thought the Rams don't have it. They're not going to come back. And
I have a theory. I think Allen Robinson tried to get with Matthew Stafford's wife. And that is why the ball is not being thrown to him. And maybe like Kupp is just like the same option that respects Stafford's wife. It makes zero sense to me why like he's just looking at Kupp every play. Every play. Got screwed on fantasy on that, so I'm a little bitter about that. But it's true, man. When you had Odell last year, when you had these other guys, but he just I could figure that offense out.
Sure.
Like, so it's just mind-boggling. Plus, there's the history of like Kyle Shanahan always beats the Rams. I think they're like 8-0 now against the Rams.
Yeah. Well, and the only nice part, which again, I'm still like the Seahawks, we need to tank. I don't know what we're doing. We have to tank. But everybo's 2-2 in the NFC West. Every single team. It's like crazy. I'm like, well, we're kind of like in first place. So I don't know. Let's check in after like week 8, and then I'll see if Geno. Maybe I'll get the Geno jersey. So all in all, 5-4 were our picks, right? Or 5-3? No, it's 5-4
and 3.
4-3. You're right.
On just our regulars. So that puts us at 15-10 for the season. On those, puts us at 60%. Vegas still likes us. 2-2 on the mortgages, and we're now 0-4 on the parlays, but we're not super worried about that.
That's okay. We are going to hit this week's parlay. I feel very confident this week. I looked at the lines. I think I have a good grasp of what we need to do. I like it. I don't know how you feel, but I feel good.
I'm not going to lie to you. I'm looking at some of these games, and it's just when the Dallas Cowboys division is 4-1, 3-1, 3-1, and then you have the Commanders. I don't know. Left is right, up is down. Maybe I'm going to start Cooper Rush on my fantasy team. Like, I just don't know. Like, so you take the reins here because I'm feeling a little hesitant, but I feel like I have some for sures. I think I have a couple for sures in there.
I got you. Okay. So first game out the gate, the first one, the London game. You have Giants at Packers. It's not really a home game for either of them. The spread is 8, so +8 for the Giants, or -8 if you're taking the Packers. I think these teams just don't. I don't think Rodgers is going to want to throw and go crazy. I think this is a low scoring game. I like the under 41.5 in this game. I think they run. I think Dillon. I think Aaron Jones. You got Barkley. I don't even know who's the quarterback for the Giants this week. I think they go to London and they're not trying to get cute. They got to travel all that way. I think they're just trying to keep this game simple. Defense will travel. I see my crystal ball, Jared, 27-10 Packers.
Ooh, okay.
And that's
I like that.
37 points. We're not even sweating it. So I'm my first one, and I like to bet the London game because I right now, like we talked about, I have a 1-month-old. He's 1 month old today. On Sunday.
That has gone by quick.
He's getting old. He'll be in college next week. So in the morning on Sunday, I'll get him up. He'll be with me. My wife will sleep, and it will get that 8:30 game in, and I can use my powers. I can make sure the score is low. So that's where I want to start. Under 41.5 Packers Giants in London.
Rolling. I'm with it. I thought you were going to tell me you were going to take the Giants plus the points, just because they always seem to be weaseling. Like I can go either way. I'll take the under with you.
I can see the Packers having to bounce back after last week and like laying the smack down a little bit, but I could see that getting to be a 10-point Packer win. Like I easily could see that, and then we're not good. So yeah, so I think low scoring game. They may cover, they may not cover. I just don't see a world where this is a high scoring game. That's what I don't see in this. So
I think that's fair. Like, yeah, I even was reading earlier in this week, Aaron Rodgers was complaining about how they, you don't get to stay in London for an extended period of time, and so he's moody right now. And they're not. You're right. The Packers are winning all of these games, not dominantly.
No.
So I don't think there's going to be a lot of points. I will roll with you on that.
No, I think the Giants could keep it close and keep it like that gross kind of Giants game, but that still helps us with the under. So
I agree.
All right.
I totally agree.
What you got? You got something?
Yeah, I got a little something for you.
Okay, all right.
I like the Baltimore-Cincinnati game.
Okay.
Like, I just don't. I see you talked about revenge games last week. Baltimore's at home. I think they win by more than a field goal. So I would take the 3.5.
Okay.
I don't think the Bengals are going to win this game. I know they were 0-2 and now they're 2-2 and they're coming back. Baltimore's coming off a home loss, but it starts getting colder in the fall out there and out there in Baltimore, and I like Lamar winning this game.
Yeah.
Like I just do.
The old Ravens used to, like, if you had a 4-point lead or 3-point lead, that's going to push to 7 to 10. Like, they just kind of grind you down. It's just weird this year. They blew that big Miami game or blew that big lead. And then even last week, and I know the Bills are really good, but they were even up like 20-9 or 20-3 or whatever, and then they ended up blowing that game. But you're right. I think Cincinnati is not the Bills, and even that Miami game was just crazy. So I could see this. I could see it being 4, 5, 6. Tack on a little field goal at the end, see if Burrow can drive the field. I don't think Harbaugh loses that locker room, and so I think they're going to be pissed, and they're going to want to come out for blood against the Bengals.
And that division is wide open, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's taking control of that division, like even the Steelers at 1-3 right now.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, I'm not getting near that Steelers game. I don't know if you are, but that Steelers-Bills game, I don't want none of that, man. I don't want any part of that game.
I overlooked that. I was like, that doesn't even exist. I'm like, nope. 14 points. That's a trap. The over, the under made no sense to me. I'm not taking money line. No. We're not betting that game. We're moving on. But you know what game I do like?
Uh-oh.
And they played Pittsburgh last week.
Oh, no.
I'm looking at Mammy, New York Jets.
I knew we were coming to this game.
At New York. Jared, we got to take that +3. I just think Teddy Bridgewater, great quarterback. He will probably, I don't know. Now I'm going to talk myself out of it. They'll probably cover. I don't know. I like the Jets. I think they got their quarterback, they got Wilson. I like that running back that I want to trade you for in fantasy. I think their defense is.
You want some Hall?
I want some Hall. I think they're hungry.
I will roll with you on the Jets, but then you're gonna have to take a little bit of a leap of faith with me on this one.
All right. Okay, so we're taking Jets +3.
We're taking Jets +3.
All right. Okay. I'll go.
This is going to hurt me to say this, and I don't want to say this, but I like the Cowboys outright in LA.
I'm wearing a white shirt, and I think I spilled coffee all over it. You
Corey,
like them?
they're hot.
Oh no!
This is like when Tampa Bay won the Super Bowl with Brad Johnson.
Oh my goodness!
That's what this is. This is literally that team cloned right now, right? Like game manager with a couple of good receivers out there, just throwing the ball around, running it a little bit.
Okay.
And then this defense that is just playing lights out right now. And like I said, what makes me think? Do you think the San Francisco defense is that much better than the Dallas defense?
No. I think the Cowboys have a good defense. I think they go into these games, though, or these game plans, like knowing they have to perform well. I think in the past, there was this illusion, something, I don't know what the word is, about Dak, where the defense was like, Dak will just chuck it around. We're fine. We can come 80% effort. I think with Cooper Rush, they're like, if we're not 110%, we're losing these games. So I think that part is like the motivation factor. I think Niners probably have an overall better defense, but I think the Cowboys are very motivated because they know they need to win these games. I saw that stat. It was like Cooper Rush is like I'm going to butcher this, but it's like the 13th quarterback in NFL history to start his career 5-0 because he won like last year. So the man hasn't lost a football game. But I mean, who have they kind of played, right? The Bengals, who was last week? The Giants. No, that was Giants a couple weeks ago. The Commanders, like going to LA against this defending champs. But hey, man, I roll with you.
I'm not saying it's not going to be a test. What I'm saying is I believe in the Dallas defense against the LA Rams offense.
Okay.
That's what I believe in.
Okay. All right. That's an afternoon game. Okay. Then that will be on TV. We're here in Texas, or I'm in Texas. So, all right. I'll be able to try my hardest to will them. And we know Allen Robinson won't catch a pass, so at least that's one receiver down.
Yeah, it'll be fine. let Diggs and Parsons and all those cats go nuts out there. Like,
okay,
that's where I'm at. All right, so we're 4 in right now. Usually we do 2 more.
2 more. So quick recap: we have the under 41.5 points, Packers Giants. We have the Jets +3 against the Dolphins. We have the Cowboys money line to beat the Rams. Or are we taking points? We're going money line?
No, I'm saying it's a win. I want the +198. I want it.
I'll be clinching.
I don't need no points.
4 hours, I'll be clinching. And then we have Ravens -3.5 against the Bengals. Does that sound about right there? All right, I said it earlier on in this episode. I'm coming back. And I think Derrick Henry, his engine is churning. They remember, oh, geez, this guy is amazing. I should have drafted him in my fantasy draft instead of freaking Jonathan Taylor. 2.5 against probably the worst team in the NFL. I think the Commanders are in the running for worst team, right? But Jared, I'm gonna change it up with you. I'm gonna give you an option. I want to take either -2.5 or over 42.5. I know we got screwed last time. Let me say it to you. We got screwed. I think the Commanders are junk time scorers. I think Carson Wentz can throw a touchdown or two in the fourth quarter if they're behind. I think 42.5 is also a very solid play here, over 42.5. I want one of those two. You pick.
I'll tell you right now, I don't know why people like you and Dan Orlovsky continue to believe in Carson Wentz to do anything for anybody.
Garbage time. That's all I'm saying.
That should be his nickname because he won't do anything for us. This is easy for me. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. I'm not taking Titans over anything. Give me the 2.5. Give me the 2.5, and I will walk away.
Isn't it the other way? Is it the other way around? Fool me once, shame on you. Oh no!
Yeah,
fool me twice, shame on me.
Once, shame on me. I'm not going to be fooled twice, Corey. I'm not going to be fooled twice. Okay.
All right.
So I hope Mike's listening to this. Mike, I'm here. I know this game is away, but I'm taking the Titans -2.5.
Mike doesn't have to watch. All right, -2.5. If they lose this game, I would be so upset. -2.5. Okay, let's do it. All right, Jared, final one of our six games we're gonna pick here.
I like the Chargers.
Ooh.
-2.5
yeah,
at
baby.
Cleveland.
That's what I'm talking about.
I just do like they shut Cleveland down. It's the same thing as the Rams. You have this one-dimensional offense that's just going through Amari Cooper. You shut Amari Cooper down. What else is Jacoby Brissett going to do? Who's he going to throw to? Name me another receiver on the Browns right now.
Nobody.
Right? Nobody.
Peoples Jones, or that one has like the longest name. Nobody.
And I don't know if Keenan Allen is coming back. I don't know that. Honestly, that doesn't really factor into this for me. That would move the line, more. But give me the Chargers minus 2.5.
Oh,
easy.
Yes, million times yes. I'm all about that. Minus 2.5 all day Chargers. All day Chargers. Okay. We're gonna see that.
Chargers, go.
Go Chargers, go. Go Arnold. We're bringing this back in the mortgage bet too. I don't know, spoiler alert here, but I love this Chargers line.
No, I'm gonna take us through real quick. It was fun going 7 last week. Calm down a little bit.
Okay.
This will be our parlay lock in, and we're just gonna go over it again.
All right.
Packers under 41.5.
Okay.
Jets +3. We'll call that Corey's Wiley pick this week.
Yes, sir.
Titans minus 2.5. Chargers minus 2.5. Jared's Wiley pick. Dallas money line at LA. Even saying it makes me a little queasy, but it's going to happen. Baltimore at home against the Bengals. Both teams 2-2, but we're taking the Ravens minus 3.5.
I love it. All right, you got that down? You got that down somewhere?
I got that down.
All right,
I got that down.
We're gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna come back to make the mortgage. We'll be right back.
Baby.
Yeah. It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
Hi, I'm Hank. You might remember me from a show called King of the Hill. Check out a King of the Hill rewatch podcast. These boys ain't right, but they are funny. Find the podcast anywhere you get your podcasts or at roguemedianetwork.com. I tell you what.
Yeah. It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
All right, we're back. Ready for making that mortgage, Jared? You ready?
I don't know. I haven't paid my house note I don't know if people pay their house notes weekly, but I was doing great. So in essence, what's happened over this last month is I just had to pay the mortgage like I regularly did because I was up 2 and I was down 2, kind of just broke even.
Yep.
So I'm not upset at you, but I ain't happy with you either.
I would like to say, and if I want to peel them apart. So the 2 wins we have, obviously we hit both of them because we won the bet. The other 2, I still hit one of them, right? So we haven't lost to make the mortgage where both were losses, and in the 2 we hit were like clearly hits. The under, and they were actually both unders. If that's interesting. The Giants game, and I'm blanking. The Giants game against the Bears was under, and the Niners and Denver, which was a gross game too. So, and then the 2 ones that we missed on those, the stupid Seahawks. I love you, but come on. And then I'm blanking on the other one too that we missed on, but forget it. So it's a new day. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new time. Make the mortgage. I'm going with half of this. As we talked about it before. I love the Chargers. I even love it more when you can get points with the Chargers. So we're gonna move the line 4.5 points. Now we have Chargers +2. So in the case that there is just awfulness and somehow the Cleveland Browns win the game by a field goal, or I'm sorry, like late game field goal and win by a point, we're still fine. No, be cool, my babies. Be cool. So we're taking the Chargers here +2. There's no way. They're not losing this. They're going to cover 2.5, but just in case, we got +2. I want to pair that, Jared, with the over. Raiders at Chiefs. I think this is going to be a track meet. I think Waller gets a touchdown, Adams gets a touchdown, Jacobs gets a touchdown, Kelsey gets a touchdown, Clyde Edwards-Helaire gets a touchdown. Mahomes may run in a touchdown. Another random Chief guy gets a touchdown. 4 field goals combined. I think it's going to be lots of scoring. We get this at
I like that.
47 points is what we get this at.
Yeah.
Right? So give me 27-24. Give me 26-22. Any of those 24-24 heading to overtime, you and I are good. We're sitting back. We made our mortgage. So that's my second part of this. I like Raiders at Chiefs. Give me the over. I just don't see in any way possible this is going to be a defensive game. Like I said, these aren't bets. These are making mortgages. We're even money on this. Okay, plus 100 is this teaser. So 2-team parlay: Chargers +2, Raiders Chiefs over 47 points.
Love it.
GG.
Love it. I think you're coming back this week. I think you're coming back, baby.
I think so too. Go ahead. Any extra money you had saved up for your mortgage, go buy yourself something. Go get yourself maybe like an acai bowl.
Please be sure to check our Amazon store link in the show notes, because you can just go ahead and spend that money there.
You can use our affiliate link at Amazon. We'll get that going soon. We do. I'm waiting on FanDuel, man. I checked my email. I don't have our affiliate link yet. It's coming.
It'll come.
It'll come.
They've been listening. They're checking us out. They don't. I think they're worried that they're going to lose a lot of money if they sync up with us, right?
True.
Like you, if we were like 10-30, we'd be instantly, people would be giving us, oh yeah, here's my affiliate link.
Yeah.
Love the show.
Yeah.
We want to put it on the website. Da 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 da. When you're a winner, Corey, the house doesn't like you.
No, they're switching dealers on you. They're telling you got to leave. Like the restaurants are closing. They're getting you out of there. They don't want you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Whenever they're like so nice to you, it's like, oh crap. I think they want me to stay. I don't like it.
And just a little side note as we close out here, Corey in the last week did play some esports bets that we didn't decide to put on as a part of the show.
You're right.
Tell us a little bit about that. I think people are interested in that.
Yeah, so, our listeners may be unfamiliar with esports, and esports is basically competitive gaming, video games. These are professional gamers. Jared, when you were a kid, you tell me if you heard this once or a million times from your parents. Jared, stop playing video games. You can't make money playing video games. Did you ever hear that?
Can't make money. Heard that all the time.
Can't make
all
money.
All the time.
Well, guess
and
what?
There was nothing for me to believe in.
I know.
Until it was too late. And when you're 25, you're a dinosaur in esports. So like, what can you do?
You can't even be a coach at that age anymore. You're just like maybe a team owner. Not only do the pros make money now, lots of money. They're making very good money. Now you and I can make money by placing bets on them. So esports is a big league. It's a bunch of video games are a part of esports. You and I like to hone in on one particular game, League of Legends. That's our game. It's been around for over 10 years. We've played way too many games. We probably should be professionals at this point, but we're not. So it is what it is. But we did make some bets on a certain NA team. It's broken up by regions. It's a world league, basically. And what did we bet on? EG, Evil Geniuses, I think is the...
Listen, before we get into this.
Yeah.
They did not win.
No.
However, I am super excited because NA, North America, was not guaranteed all of their teams to make it into the group play, which now we're talking about the best of the best teams.
Yep.
We have all 4 teams in.
Crazy.
And that's very exciting. EG, including one of them.
Yes.
But it's exciting. If you're here listening to me, bet Korea, bet China. Don't bet EU or NA. If you're looking to make money, bet China, bet Korea.
Yeah.
If you're feeling wily, bet Vietnam. Like it is not a game that European or Americans. They're probably the majority of players and spenders of this game, but they ain't the winners.
No.
And I don't believe, as much as I want to believe the NA hype, I'm looking at some of these other teams and they're just better. So bet your RNGs, bet any of your LPL teams, any of your LCK teams. I think JDG is the top seed from China. That's a pretty sound bet. So just throwing that out there as we close out this episode. We'll do some more esports. been watching basketball preseason. I know you probably have too. Been getting excited to lay down some basketball bets once that season opens up.
You know,
so a lot of exciting things coming forward in Benjamin bets.
I was getting ready to send you a 2-team teaser involving the Lakers, Sacramento, and Portland Clippers the other night, but they would not let me tease the games, so I was a little uneasy. I was going to take Lakers even money in Portland plus 12 against the Clippers. I know Portland held up their end of the bargain. I don't know.
The Lakers did not.
The Lakers did not. Did they lose to the Clippers, or they lost to the Kings?
They have not won a preseason game.
Well, glad we didn't do that. So yeah, but Portland, I watched the game. The first 7 minutes was like how it should be. It was our starters, and you had their team is frightening with Kawhi Leonard back and Paul George. It is a terrifying team. We hung our own. We hung with them. We're there. That's all I asked for. We were hanging. Lillard looked a little rusty, but we're good. I think we'll be fine. We're gonna be in the mix. We'll do our NBA stuff another time. We won't dive into it today. But okay,
we won't dive into it.
Before just really quick. So I just want to throw out, we're not going to make this an official esports bet. But today, Jared, 4 p.m., Cloud9 plays Fnatic. We can lay down 19 different bets on this one, okay? But, and I won't go through them. I just think it's comical, okay? There's one site that you can bet on some esports, and one...
Oh, you're not going to bring this up. You're totally going to bring this up. Oh, no.
It's 5 So in League of Legends, it's about kills. You can get kills in the game. It's how it just players, you kill each other. I don't know. Over under, Jared, 5.5 kills made by Asian players. What are you taking?
Stop.
This is so racist.
Stop. Is it like born in Asian or Asian American players?
It just says Asian. I it blows my mind that this could even.
No.
There's no way.
Absolutely not. Absolutely. But here's what I will tell you. If you were just going to make a bet straight up, I would take Fnatic in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Fnatic rolled through their play-in groups. I think they have a really good hold on the meta right now.
Yeah.
Whereas Cloud9 is the hottest team coming out of NA, but they qualified for group stage. They've been scrimming. They've been testing out the new meta, but they haven't been on the stage yet.
Sure.
And Cloud9 has been very up and down this year. So if you're going to take someone straight up in this bet, I feel like Fnatic is the way to go. But that group is death. That group is Fnatic. That group is Cloud9. That group is who else is in there? SKT is in that group.
SKT,
EDG from China is in that group. Like it is like, to me, those are like the greatest organizations from each region historically, honestly. Like if you had to say what are the premier, that's that group.
This is like the Lakers, the Celtics, the Yankees.
The Yankees, that is that group.
These are the big dogs. SKT's won a world championship. Fnatic's won a world championship. I don't know if EDG has. Has EDG won a world championship?
That was last year.
EDG won last year?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
They're always on the doorstep too. So, okay, real quick. So you're taking Fnatic. Would you do a parlay? Fnatic win. Jensen, who's their mid laner, gets a lot of kills. 3.5. Over 3.5 kills. And Hillisang point is a half kill. So would you take a parlay? Jensen over 3.5, Hillisang over a half, and Fnatic win? I don't know what those odds are. I can figure it out real quick.
No,
would you do that?
I wouldn't. I would hedge all of my bets on Fnatic players because I really do think that Cloud9 is going to come out pretty rusty.
Mm-hmm.
And the mid meta right now is very hit or miss. You're seeing a lot of LeBlanc. You're seeing some classic Victor in there. It's not the mid lane that you want to be on the opposite side of. There are high kill games. There is a lot of early volatility right now in the way that they have the meta set up.
Yeah.
And even in the support getting a kill, I don't like that. I want to see a day play out of all of these teams. I want to see every team play one day, and then I feel like I can make some bets on the first half. Everything changes once you go into the second half of group play. Teams get desperate, get wily.
Okay.
But opening that up, just bet Fanatic, take that, watch a day.
Well,
I'll be interested to talk about it with you next week.
even just Fanatic, you're getting plus money there, so I like it. You're good.
Yep.
Okay. All right, we're going to check back in on this one. Fanatic, see if they get that win. I like our esports hour. I like it. Let's keep it going.
I like it a lot.
All right, my friend. This has been another episode of Benjamin Bets.
Benjamin Bets with some esports.
With a little esports sprinkle. All right, buddy. I'll catch you later.
See ya.
Yeah. It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
This has been a Rogue Media podcast.
Frozen, frozen, heroes. Gonna tell you about frozen, frozen, heroes. Gonna tell you about.
Hey, I'm Zach,
And I'm Mike.
and we have a fantastic new podcast to tell you about. Bros, Foes, and Heroes. It's the two of us looking into the world of comics, breaking down some characters that you may have never heard of, and some that are just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, so Zach comes up with a character each time, and I go into it just completely blind. I don't know who this person is or what their abilities are or anything, and basically I guess we kind of go over their origin story and just some of the ridiculous stuff that maybe, especially Golden Age stuff.
Oh, Golden Age stuff is always the best, and we will make sure to highlight all of the shenanigans and just absolute weirdness of everything.
Yeah, that's right. So subscribe today and follow us on Instagram at Bros, Foes, Heroes.
And if you don't, I know where you live. Not really, but please subscribe.
Frozen, frozen, heroes. Gonna tell you about frozen, frozen, heroes. Gonna tell you about.
Hi, I'm Hank. You might remember me from a show called King of the Hill. Check out a King of the Hill rewatch podcast. These boys ain't rap, but they are funny. Find the podcast anywhere you get your podcasts or at roguemedianetwork.com. I tell you what.